All right, time to dive in. Today, we're going to explore how to supercharge your Magento 2 store with something that's always a hit, free gifts.
Free gifts, right. Everyone loves free stuff.
Exactly. And we've got tons of FAQs and some super cool marketing materials to go through. Should be a fun deep dive.
Cool. Let's get into it.
So just imagine for a second, you have the power to just sprinkle freebies all over your Magento store. What kind of awesome offers would you come up with?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think the key is to be strategic with those free gifts. It's not just about giving stuff away. It's about using those gifts to, encourage specific actions, boost those average order values, or even just make those customers smile.
Yeah, I was checking out some examples, and I gotta say, I was getting some serious FOMO, like buy a jacket, get a free tee, or free gift with every hoodie purchase, even stuff like spend $50 and get a surprise gift. Who can resist that?
Right. And the best part, they've actually made it super easy to set all this up. Sometimes setting up these promotions can be a real pain, but they've got this thing called a free gift rules wizard. Makes it so much easier.
Oh, a wizard, huh? Okay, now I'm really interested. Tell me more about this magical wizardry.
Oh, basically, it kind of walks you through the whole setup process, step by step.
Yeah.
So first, you pick the type of promotion you want. Like, is it a BOGO deal, a free gift with a specific purchase, that kind of thing.
Okay, so far so good. Seems pretty straightforward. What's next?
Then you got to pick the products that unlock that awesome freebie. So which products do customers need to buy to get the free gift?
Makes sense. So we've got our promo type, we've got our qualifying products. What's the next step in our wizard journey?
All right, so then comes the fun part, setting the rules. Do they need to spend a certain amount? Are there specific product combos that trigger the free gift? You get to decide all that.
I like it. It's all about control, huh?
Exactly. And then finally, you just review everything, make sure it looks good, and hit that launch button. Boom. Free gift frenzy unleashed.
Love it. But hold on a sec. I'm guessing there's a way to track all of this, right? We're not just throwing freebies into the void and hoping for the best, are we?
Of course not. You got to know what's working and what's not, especially in their pro version. They've got some serious data tracking built in. Real-time dashboards showing you how those free gift promotions are impacting your sales, your average order value, all that good stuff.
Okay, now you're talking my language. Data is power, right? So paint me a picture. I'm staring at this data dashboard, feeling like a marketing genius. What am I seeing?
Well, you're seeing those sweet, sweet results. Are sales spiking when you add that free gift label? Are people spending more to hit that free gift threshold? All that's right there in front of you.
So it's not just about seeing that it's working, but understanding why. I like that. Now let's talk about how those tempting offers are presented to shoppers. I saw some pretty slick tactics mentioned in the marketing materials.
Oh yeah, they've got some clever ways to catch people's attention at just the right time. Like, imagine someone's browsing your site, looking at a jacket, right? And then, bam, a banner pops up telling them they can get a free tee with that purchase.
Ooh, I like that. It's all about striking while the iron's hot, right?
Exactly. But that's not all. They've got other options too, like pop-ups on the shopping cart page, just before checkout. Or how about this? A free gift bar that tracks their progress towards getting that freebie.
Oh, that's cool. Like a progress bar.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it a bit more fun, right? And of course, you got to have those countdown timers. Nothing creates urgency like a ticking clock.
So true. Now, a very important question. What kind of stuff can we actually give away as free gifts? Is it just like t-shirts and socks, or can we get a bit more creative?
Oh, you can definitely get creative. They support a whole bunch of product types. Simple products, configurable products, even virtual and downloadable products. And if you're on Magento Commerce, you can even give away gift cards.
Whoa, gift cards as free gifts. That's brilliant. Talk about encouraging future purchases. But before we go completely wild with freebies, gotta ask the practical questions. Does this extension play nicely with other extensions and themes? Don't want to create a monster of conflicting plugins.
Don't worry, they've got you covered on that front. They mentioned seamless integration with some popular Amasty plugins like their one-step checkout and Special Promotions Pro. Plus, they highlighted the Luma and Hiva themes, so you're good to go there.
Ew, that's a relief. But what about support, just in case things get a little wonky? What happens after we shell out our hard-earned cash for this magical extension?
You get a whole year of free updates, so you're always rocking the latest version. Plus, they've got a dedicated support team ready to tackle any questions or issues you might have.
Now, that's what I like to hear. So it's not just an extension, it's like a whole support system. Oh, and speaking of details, did you catch that bit about cookies? Apparently, the store needs those enabled for everything to work properly.
Ah, yes, those little digital crumbs are crucial. Something to keep in mind with all the privacy stuff going on these days. But here's another cool thing I found. You can automatically add those free gifts to carts without needing any coding.
Wait, hold up. No coding. So you're telling me I can be a free gift wizard without having to speak tech. This just keeps getting better and better. And you mentioned earlier that the pro version really goes deep with the data insights. Can you give me an example of what those insights actually look like in action?
Sure. Imagine this. You're looking at your dashboard, and it's not just a bunch of random numbers, right? It's showing you a clear story about how your free gift promotions are impacting your bottom line.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this data story.
Well, you can see exactly how many people grabbed that free tote bag, what their average order value was, and even what other products they added to their cart along with that freebie. It's all right there.
So it's like having X-ray vision into your customers' shopping habits, but in a good way, right?
Exactly. And the coolest part is you can compare different promotions side by side to see which ones are performing the best. Maybe offering a free gift with a minimum spend is killing it compared to a BOGO. Or maybe a certain type of free gift is sending those conversion rates through the roof.
It's like we're scientists, but instead of test tubes, we've got free gifts. Now, this is where my brain starts to spin. Can we segment our audience based on their free gift behavior? Like, can we use this data to create even more targeted offers?
Absolutely. You can segment your audience based on how they engage with those freebies and create some seriously targeted campaigns. Imagine sending tailor-made offers to those freebie lovers who just can't resist a bonus gift.
Now you're speaking my language. Personalization is key, right? Make those customers feel like we're reading their minds. Now, one last question before we move on. Can we integrate this data with our other analytics tools? Like, can we bring it all together for a big picture view?
That's a great question, and while the materials didn't specifically mention integrations, it's definitely something worth looking into. Imagine connecting this data with your CRM or other analytics platforms. You'd have a complete picture of the customer journey.
Data harmony. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, one more thing before we wrap up this data deep dive. We've got all this data, but we got to be willing to play with it, right? Testing and experimentation are key.
Totally. Data is our guide, but we got to experiment. Don't be afraid to try different free gift types, different ways of presenting them, different targeting strategies. Remember that free gift rules wizard we talked about? That's your playground for testing all sorts of creative ideas.
It's like a free gift laboratory where we can experiment and see what really works.
Oh.
Okay, I think we've officially cracked the free gift code. We've talked about the psychology behind it, the practical stuff, the data. What a journey.
We've gone from free gift newbies to seasoned pros in just a few minutes. It's amazing what a little knowledge and a lot of data can do.
So, to all you Magento 2 store owners out there, get ready to unleash the power of free gifts. Use everything we've talked about today to create promotions that are irresistible, effective, and, actually make sense for your business.
And don't forget to have some fun with it. Get creative, experiment, and let the data guide you.
To all our awesome listeners, thanks for joining us on this epic deep dive into the world of free gifts. Hope you walked away with tons of ideas and inspiration.
And remember, don't be afraid to think outside the gift box.
Until next time, happy promoting. Hashtag TTS, the deep dive episode 2024-12-24, part 2 of 3.
It's pretty amazing how, something as simple as a free gift can tap into some pretty powerful psychological triggers.
Yeah, I'll admit I haven't really thought about the why behind that, free stuff feeling.
We all get that little rush of excitement.
Totally.
But there's actually a lot going on behind the scenes.
So what's the science behind it? What makes free gifts so irresistible?
Well, one of the big things is this idea of reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Yeah, it's like as humans, we're kind of wired to return favors, you know?
I see where you're going with this.
When someone gives us something,
Yeah.
even if it's something small, we feel this urge to give something back.
So it's like that, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in this case, the scratch might be like making a purchase or leaving a good review, or maybe just becoming a more loyal customer.
It's like a subconscious thank you note in the form of a sale.
Exactly. Everyone wins, right?
For sure. The customer feels good, the store gets a boost.
Totally. But it's not just about obligation,
Yeah, there's got to be more to it than that.
Right. Free gifts also tap into our love of a good deal.
Oh yeah, we all love a bargain.
We're always looking for value, and a free gift just kind of amplifies that feeling,
But totally, it's like getting 2 for the price of 1. Suddenly, that purchase feels even more justifiable.
Exactly. And even if that free gift is something small,
Right, doesn't have to be huge.
it can still have a big impact on how we see the value of the whole purchase.
It's like suddenly we're focused on what we're gaining instead of what we're spending.
Exactly.
It's all about framing. Suddenly, that $50 t-shirt feels like a steal because it comes with, like, a cool tote bag or a discount on my next purchase.
Right. It's that little something extra that makes the whole experience more enjoyable.
It's true. It turns a transaction into an experience. I'm not just buying a product. I'm feeling valued as a customer.
Exactly. And that feeling of being valued, that can be huge for building customer loyalty.
Oh, for sure. Think about those loyalty programs with all the freebies and perks.
Exactly. They're not just giving away stuff. They're building relationships, encouraging people to come back for more.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, hey, we appreciate your business. Here's a little something to show you we care.
Exactly. And in today's world, those relationships are more important than ever.
No doubt. Loyal customers are like gold.
Okay, so we've gone pretty deep on the psychology here. Ready to shift gears a bit and talk about some practical stuff.
Yeah, let's get down to brass tacks. We can't just rely on psychology alone, right?
Right. We got to make sure we're doing this right.
So what kind of practical things do we need to keep in mind when we're planning our free gift promotions?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes I see is when brands offer like generic or low quality free gifts that don't really fit with their target audience.
Yeah, you don't want to just throw any old thing in there.
Right. It needs to be something that actually adds value and makes sense for your brand.
It's got to be the right something, not just something.
Exactly. And that's where understanding your target audience really comes in.
So how do we figure out what the right free gift is for our audience?
You got to think about their interests, what kind of products they'd appreciate.
Right, it's got to be something they'll actually use and enjoy. Can you give me an example?
Sure, let's say you're selling like high-end activewear. Maybe you offer a free workout towel or a stylish water bottle with their purchase.
I like that. It's like a little bonus that complements their purchase and makes them feel good about their choice.
Exactly. And of course, it needs to be easy for them to redeem that free gift.
Oh, yeah. No one wants to jump through hoops to get their free stuff.
And that's one of the things that's great about that Magento 2 free gift extension. It can automatically add that gift to their cart based on the rules you set up. No hassle.
That's awesome. So no promo codes, no secret handshakes, just pure free gift magic. Now, another thing that just came to mind, inventory management. We can't run out of our awesome free gifts in the middle of a promotion, right?
Oh, absolutely. Inventory is key. You got to have a good handle on your stock levels for both the products you're selling and those free gifts you're giving away.
Makes sense. So how do we stay on top of that?
Well, remember that data dashboard we talked about? It can help you keep a close eye on inventory and make adjustments as needed.
So it's like a safety net for our free gift extravaganza.
Exactly. But even with the best data, things can happen. So if you do run into any unexpected issues, just be upfront with your customer.
Communication is key.
Yes. Let them know about any changes or limitations. Transparency is super important.
Totally. Especially when it comes to something as exciting as free gifts.
Right. Now, before we wrap up this practical stuff, I think it's worth touching on something really important, the legal and ethical side of things.
Oh, right. We want to make sure we're doing this the right way, not just the clever way.
Exactly. So let's talk about some of those legal and ethical considerations.
Okay, I'm all ears. Give me the rundown on responsible freebieing. Hashtag TTS, the deep dive episode 2024-1224, part 3 of 3.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're being upfront with our customers and playing by the rules.
Absolutely. Transparency is key. So what kind of legal and ethical things do we need to be careful about when we're putting together those super tempting free gift offers?
Well, the first thing is to make sure your promotions are, totally above board, legally speaking.
Okay, makes sense. So how do we do that?
It might involve making those terms and conditions crystal clear.
Great. Gotta love those terms and conditions.
Definitely got to be upfront about any, extra costs or anything like that.
Yeah, no hidden surprises.
Exactly. And, steer clear of any marketing tactics that could be seen as, like, deceptive or misleading.
So basically, be honest and straightforward. Treat our customers right.
Exactly. But it's not just about, checking the legal boxes. You got to think about the ethics of it, too.
Ah, right, the bigger picture.
Like, are you encouraging people to, buy more than they need?
Ah, the responsible consumption angle.
Right. And are the products you're giving away, are they aligned with your brand values?
So it's not just about making a quick sale. It's about using free gifts as a way to, do some good in the world.
I love that. Free gifts for good. Okay, let's talk about data for a minute. We keep mentioning this awesome data dashboard, but how do we actually use it to, like, really fine-tune our free gift strategy?
Okay, yeah, let's get into the data nitty-gritty. What kind of insights are we talking about here?
Well, you can actually see how many people grabbed that free tote bag, what their average order value was,
Hmm.
even what other stuff they bought along with it.
Wow, that's granular.
And the best part is you can compare different promotions side by side.
Oh, I like that.
See which ones are the real winners.
Yeah.
Maybe a free gift with a minimum spend works better than a BOGO.
Hmm.
Or maybe a certain type of free gift just, you know, blows everything else out of the water.
We're like marketing detectives.
Exactly. Now, what about segmenting our audience? Can we use this data to create even more, like, personalized offers?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Can we do that?
Absolutely. You can segment your audience based on how they engage with those freebies and create some super targeted campaigns. Like, imagine sending offers to those people who just can't resist a free gift.
It's like we know them better than they know themselves.
Right. Now, one last thing.
Mhm.
Can we integrate this data with our other analytics tools? Get that big picture view.
That would be amazing.
Well, the materials didn't specifically mention integrations, but it's definitely worth looking into. Imagine bringing all that data together, CRM, analytics platforms.
Data harmony. Okay, before we wrap up this whole data thing, remember, we got to experiment.
Yes. Don't be afraid to try different stuff, see what works. Remember that free gift rules wizard we talked about. That's your testing ground.
The free gift laboratory.
Exactly. All right. I think it's safe to say we've officially become free gift gurus. We've talked about the psychology, the practical stuff, the data,
It's been quite a journey.
from newbies to pros in just a few deep dives.
So, to all you Magento 2 store owners out there, get ready to rock those free gift promotions. Use what we talked about today to create offers that are irresistible, effective.
And don't forget to have fun.
And to our amazing listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the wonderful world of free gifts.
Until next time, happy promoting.